Islamabad. Javed, it's good to have you with us. Fill us in on the latest developments and exactly what the picture looks like in Pakistan.
Well, to begin with, there was not the kind of the lockdown that the government had projected. There was a public movement on the roads, particularly in the urban center, while the 63% of Pakistan's population has been living in the rural areas, and there was obviously no lockdown. So it was a kind of administrative arrangement whereby the government had created condition where small and medium-sized business and the mega industries, they were shut down, because of which there was a huge problem for Pakistan's economy. So now the government was left with little option, either to go ahead with these kind of lockdown or come up with some plan whereby they could have opened up the industry. And I think they have I think very thought out plan, as a result of which we are seeing now that there is going to be huge relaxation to bring the economy back to this normal cycle. But there is a bigger picture about these coronavirus cases in Pakistan, and there's, I would say, the other side of the picture. There's a flip side of the picture. On one side, we are seeing there's a surge in the positive cases, and somehow or the other, the death rates is not as high as it was initially projected. At least it is a more than 200% less than what happened in Spain, and 58% less than the death rates in the United States, and 124% less than the death rates in the United Kingdom. So that picture is very promising, but at the same time, the speed with which these positive cases are being coming up on the surface, that is apparently alarming. But we have also heard some victim families, the grieving families, whose patients, whose family members were declared as positive while they were not positive, and they are blaming the administration, they are blaming the medical staff that there is some kind of a manipulation where there is an interest by the people within the government to increase this coronavirus test cases. And just 2 days back in Islamabad, there is one hospital known as a Kulsoom Plaza, and one former deputy secretary, he died over there. He died at 2 o'clock in the day, and his son says that he died in my hands. And then the doctors put him on, according to him, put him on the ventilator for 6 to 7 hours. And then they said that he suspected that they were manipulating to declare him as positive. And when there was a protest outside the hospital, the media came over there, and then I think the administration there, and particularly the medical staff, they feel threatened, and then they declared him negative. So, and this is just tip of the iceberg of the complaints we've been hearing from across the country. In one case, one husband has blamed the administration and the medical staff that they killed his wife through this ventilator. But obviously there appears to be an interest by the administration, by the people within the government. I'm not saying the government, but there are people within the government who want the surge of these cases to build up certain cases that there is an alarming problem in Pakistan. Maybe it is for the sake of seeking debt relief or something else. Situation in Pakistan is not as bad as it is elsewhere in the world, not as bad as some people in the administrations are portraying, because there is no investigation of how these peoples are being included in the coronavirus. Every death in Pakistan is not because of coronavirus. And very importantly, we have also heard complaints that those people who have been quarantined, they are not being released even after 1 month. Their initial report is negative, and then they are being told that we are under pressure, and then they are declared as positive. So there is something which needs to have a mega investigation, something that is not happening. That is giving an impression to the people in Pakistan that there is some big conspiracy is being hatched against Pakistan through this coronavirus. What that conspiracy is, that can only be unfolded if there is an investigation.
Thank you very, very much, Javed Rana. Nice and comprehensive as always.